Hi everyone! As I said last night or earlier today when I was half asleep, I was gonna review my favorite childhood movie. Now this is the 3D one that's in theaters, not the 2D one. I know what you're thinking, what's the difference? The difference is I already saw that version when it came out 12 years ago. So I was 2 years old when I first saw Monsters Inc. That was actually the first movie I saw, and it got to me when I was 2. Obviously, I was crying when I first saw it. Like, I cried at the part where, if you've seen the movie, you know already, so I'm not even gonna bother hiding any spoilers. Because it's like, really, if you haven't seen the movie, I'm sorry, where have you been for 12 years? But take the time now to see it, okay? That's all I can say. Take the time now to see it, especially in 3D. It's actually pretty good in 3D, which shocked me. I thought it would be okay, but not as good as it was. It was good, but it still made me cry. Anyway, it was really, really good. The plot's basically the same as it is. The characters are the same. Boo is a million times more adorable. Kitty's Kitty and Mike's Mike. It's the same characters that those of us who saw it 12 years ago fell in love with. Now I know what you're thinking. 12 years ago, you were only 2. How I was 2, yes, but I remember seeing it, and I remember my mom getting the old, like, back before they had DVDs, they had the VHSs. Yeah, my mom got me the tape of Monsters Inc. when it came out, and I had it for a while, like a long time. I don't even know what happened to it. I probably lost it when we moved, or it was damaged somehow. I don't know. I don't have it anymore. But back when I was 2, yeah, they had 3D technology, but it wasn't as good as it is today. So they didn't make Monsters Inc. in 3D. So you're like, oh. But it was so good in 3D. Oh my god, it was nostalgia for me the whole way through. I was just like, oh my god, I love this part. And it was just an awesome mother-daughter time with me and my mom. And when it got to the part towards the end, after the whole plot is uncovered and all that, and then after it's revealed that slug woman who is always hounding Mike about filing the damn paperwork is like, finally is revealed as one of the agents who work for the thing that's like child protection and prevention to protect all monsters. Um, I, I freaking cried. Okay, I cried. Like I could feel tears starting to well up behind my eye, like in my eyes, through my glasses, the 3D glasses, which were by the way awesome. It was depressing as hell because it was like, you have 5 minutes, and it was after the door was put together, and well, I was actually no, it was the damn door that they were spent forever trying to find to get Boo back home. It's like, you only have 5 minutes. Say goodbye, and it's like, yay! It's so sad. I freaking cried, and when they started like destroying the door, I just let the tears go, okay? The tears have built up to the point where they just trickled down my face, and I was crying. And then when it's what about Monsters Inc. is there's funny parts, then there's a little bit of suspense, even now, 12 years later. And it was like my time seeing it 12 years later, after 12 years. I hadn't seen it for a long time. And there's still those little twists that like are like, oh, holy shit, I knew that was going to happen, but I didn't at the same time. And then you're on your edge of your seat, hoping Boo's going to be okay, even though you already know what happens. And it's like, And yeah, it was so good though. I loved Monsters Inc. when I was 2. Love it now, 12 years later, and I am still making Mom take me to see Monsters University that comes out 4 days before my birthday. I'm making her take me to see it on my birthday. Yes, my birthday's in the summer. Thank God. So then it will be officially 12 years, and like it's like the really a prequel for Monsters Inc. But it's better than nothing. You know, you get to see what made them them, like how Mike and Sully became friends and all that, and it's actually really cool. And yeah. But the thing about Monsters Inc. after the door is destroyed, which is really sad, it's like this really, really sad part, and then it's like there's this funny part. So, like, I was crying and laughing at the same time. And then there was a happy ending. Like, Mike put he put the door together, and Sully, who had the one piece, it was like, Mike was like, you know, it only works if you have all the pieces. It only works when you have all the pieces. And Sully untaped the piece, the missing piece from one of the flowers. From his clipboard with the like where the drawing was that Boo made, and it was just so freaking touching. And he put it into its spot, and the light blinked on red. That means it was working. And then he opened the door and he's like, Boo. And then you hear Boo's voice, but you hear Boo's voice say, Kitty! Like, it was so freaking cute, and it's one of those feel-good endings, but you're still crying because of the sad that happens, like, not even 5-10 minutes ago. You're just still crying, but you're laughing, but you're smart. It's a good, feel-good movie. I still cry at the part of the door. I still cry at Kitty and Boo's goodbye. Well, what you think is their final goodbye if you've never seen it before. And it's like, oh my god. It still gets to me 12 years later, and I'm like, I'm telling my mom afterwards, it's like, why am I still crying? Like, why does that part still get to me? And then she's like, it always got to you. That's just how you are. And I'm like, why does it always get to me though? Because I don't even know why it gets to me. And then I was like, it's just how you are. It's just who you are. I'm like, that was my response. Oh. But yeah, I loved Monsters Inc. in 3D. It was good. It was everything I remembered. It was this huge blast from the past, and I loved it. I give it in 3D a 4 out of 5. In the regular 2D, I would obviously give it a 5 out of 5, only because of the fact that really it wasn't what I expected it in 3D. Like, it wasn't up to par with what I thought. And they could have done things a lot differently with certain elements, but it's one of those movies, like, you could tell that they made it into 3D. Like, you could tell they took it and just made it into 3D. It was hard to tell, but if you knew what you were looking for, you could tell. It's noticeable if you flip off the glasses just a little bit. See? It's easy to tell they added the 3D things to it later on. It wasn't made in 3D to begin with, but it was still good. That's the only reason why I got a 4 out of 5 instead of the full 5 out of 5. I give the 2D version. But either way, if you haven't seen Monsters Inc., you better see it, okay? It's just that childhood nostalgia for those of us who saw it when we were younger. It's childhood nostalgia. It just washes over you in a whole huge wave, and you're like, oh my god, I remember this. It's good. Everybody's same. It will be as good as you remember it, but maybe not as good. But if you cried like me with the door, you'll probably cry again, because if you're like me, you'll just cry every single time. And that's it for this movie review of Monsters Inc. And three, 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 three. Haha. Woo! Woo! Oh. And as you can tell, I'm not tired, but the back of my heels are sore from my boots because of my stupid socks that I was wearing with my boots, and I need my coffee. What? This is only my second cup today. I'm not amused. But yeah, Monsters Inc. really good. Can't wait to see Monsters University, and I want to see Oz the Great and Powerful. Okay, and here's really why on that. And I will probably give a review of Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter around New Year's, because my dad's working from 2 p.m. to 10 on New Year's. So it's just going to be me and my mom from 2 to 10, and we're going to have a movie marathon, and it's going to be awesome. And I have 4 days to do homework. I know what you're thinking. 4 days? Right? It's over in 4 days for you? Yes, it is. It's over in 4 days. And I have a lot of homework to do. I'm a procrastinator. I have 3 essays, finalized essays to do. One of them will actually be really easy because Miss Leah practically gave me all the stuff. Just have to reword one of the symbolisms, redo one of the complete symbolisms, and then, yeah, and redo the conclusion a little bit. But that's about it, and some minor errors. But other than that, it was perfect essay, Miss Leah said. And it's gonna be perfect. It's gonna be perfect when I turn it in. That's the one that's gonna be perfect. One really, really good, perfect one out of 3. And I have science to do, which seems like a lot, but it's really not. Science seems like a lot, but it's not. I'm in the advanced class, so and I have world history. Good Lord, please kill me. I don't talk with the people in my group. I don't talk with them outside of school, in school, any of that shit. The only time I even see them is world history. I don't talk to them. I don't deal with people. Like, I hate people. There's a reason I don't talk to them. They annoy the living hell out of me. And especially because they're my age. They're in my peer group. Dear fucking God. Help. Okay? Help. They're terrible people. Well, no, not really. Some people think, oh, they're so funny. No, they're not. They're annoying and obnoxious, and if they make me get a bad grade on this project that is worth a lot, you can tell. I am not happy about it. At all, if they make me get an F on that project or a D, I'll be okay with a B or not even a C. If they make me get a C on that project, I like sucks. Well, this is me signing off. You already know about the reviews. I did a little bit of a rant at the end. Yes, I'm not kidding. Sorry about the shift and stuff. Well, bye, people.